Romanticism. It's mid-18th century, your nation is getting industrialized as everyone is trying to bounce back after the Napoleonic Wars. Things are looking grim. Your forests are replaced by factories and your air is hard to breathe. Your people are being shot and things are starting to make less and less sense. It's a dark place for Europe. So you create. You do what people in power refuse to and you express. Rejecting these neoclassical and Enlightenment ideals as things were better before all this started. You embrace the individual, everyone's unique experiences in the folk culture surrounding it. You make art. Romanticism. While the name suggests something more fun, Romanticism often delves into the macabre subconscious of the people of Europe post-Napoleon. It has this aspect of rejection of modern ideals, that industrialization harms the environment and the people, two of the most beautiful things you can think of. Additionally, a dislike of sciences, as something that requires a method rather than feelings and experience, is something unnatural. Nature takes the forefront. It is beautiful. It is human experience raw. To destroy it with textile mills is cruel. Another aspect is this emphasis on human expression. War after revolution, you've lost yourself as power has exchanged from hands to people to a select few. This modern exchange of power is to be rejected. It's time to reclaim your identity, what your experience means to you. Your folk culture is a defining aspect of your identity. Your experience in the Napoleonic Wars deserves to be shared. It is your human individualism that makes you unique, not the government which has oppressed you. Romanticism was deeply political, as anything rebelling modern happenstance is. It wanted to move backwards to life before the Enlightenment. We see this desire in a resurrection of Gothic and supernatural elements in art, as well as a rejection of science and other neoclassical ideals that take you away from nature. Goya's 3rd of May. We see the Spanish are being shot by Napoleonic soldiers, a saint-esque man in the center raising his arms in defeat. We see this unique experience as Goya depicts the Spanish as the victim to Napoleon's cruel takeover. Wanderer above a sea of fog. David Caspar Friedrich's piece shows the unique relationship man has with nature, something to be sought out and appreciated. It is this beauty of the outdoors that is integral to human experience. Beethoven. His emotional and energetic work rejects the traditional classic pieces of the time. It is dramatic and emphatic, his experimental style taking key inspiration from those previous, all while being deaf and earning a living directly from his work rather than patrons. Wagner. Famous for his operas, Wagner focuses on raw human emotion, the love, anger, and passion, greatly revolutionizing Western music. Chopin. Specifically honing in on the folk elements of Romanticism, Chopin wrote of native Polish peasants in their daily lives. It is this repurpose of traditional folk song that makes his music unique and individual, thereby romantic. Wordsworth. Wordsworth focused on man's relationship with nature, even removing himself from city life to become more acclimatized to it. He was a poet, writing dramatic poems at that. Joth wrote Faust, which focuses on the more supernatural elements of art pre-Enlightenment, as well as the sorrows of young Werther, a dramatic piece full of love and death. Victor Hugo. Hugo wrote of social upheaval of the time and industrialization's part in it. Additionally, like many other artists, commented on class with a focus on working class people. His pieces focus on character growth and natural elements of daily life. Brothers Grimm. Like Chopin, focusing on his heritage, the Grimm brothers collected German folktales and compiled them into a single work, thereby forever documenting German impressions on modern society. Rousseau. While being an Enlightenment writer, Rousseau's Emile laid the basis for Romantic literature and was often used as a point of reference for Romantic prose. Charles Dickens. Dickens heavily criticized industrialization of the time, using his experience in a factory as basis. His melodramas often critiqued class and the hardships faced by those who weren't wealthy. Mary Shelley. Shelley's Frankenstein criticized the depths to which science corrupts man, bending the rules of nature to create something so atrocious that the very science which made it proclaims condemnation. It is the hatred of science that links Shelley with the Romantic movement. Romanticism often overlapped with other isms of the 18th century, as it was a culmination of many ideas. This is evidenced in socialist Karl Marx's, and coincidentally nicely wraps up this video with his quote, Capitalism tends to destroy its two sources of wealth, nature and human beings.